Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of UA Eats. I'm UA, and so I'm here in Columbus Circle, and today's kind of bittersweet for me. So I'm excited to eat at a restaurant, but I'm also sad because it's almost definitely the last time I'm ever going to be able to eat here. So I'm here to eat at a steakhouse called Porterhouse, and Porterhouse is, it's long been regarded as an iconic steakhouse, here in New York, but for me personally, it was one of the best steakhouses I've ever eaten at, and it's bittersweet because I'm excited to eat there today, but it's gonna be gone in just like a few weeks. Just, once Labor Day weekend is here, it's gonna be gone, closing forever. So, while I have the chance to eat here, I'm gonna do it because it truly was a wonderful time when I ate here for the channel not too long ago. So yeah, I wanted to come and eat it again. Since that one video, I've eaten it here once since then. I got like a steak frites, like a lunch special, like $30 combo. And I wanted to come back one more time before Labor Day, before they close permanently. So I figured I would take you guys with me this time, for probably the last time I'm ever gonna get to eat here. Now, why are they closing? I'm not really sure. I'm sure there's theories online. I would presume a lot of it has to do with the fact that, they probably just never quite recovered from the pandemic. Maybe a lot of the people around here have not returned to office. So maybe, maybe a lot of people are still working remotely, or maybe some of those jobs have moved elsewhere. So it's a shame, but I guess don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened, right? So I guess on the bright side, I should be happy that I at least got to eat there a few times before they were gone forever. So yeah, I'll let you know when we're inside. Yeah, I know I reviewed this place not too long ago, so hopefully you guys don't mind just a re-review, since there's not going to be another chance soon. So all right, we are here for likely the last time. Porterhouse. Yeah, this is Porterhouse, and one of the finest steakhouses I have ever eaten at, and yeah, I've eaten at quite a few, so let's do it. All right, so we are now here inside Porterhouse, and I actually got lucky. This time they actually seated me by the window. Last time they seated me like kind of on the other side of the restaurant, so I had to walk over to the window. But this time they seated me with a view of Central Park. So really sick view of this restaurant. So I'm lucky that they had a space here today for one person. Now I'm just gonna briefly show you the atmosphere here, and actually there's a pretty decent number of people here. They're closing soon. I would think that part of the reason for that is because of like maybe a drop in business, but it looks like it's a pretty healthy amount of business here. So maybe some people are just like me, they're eating here while they still have a chance before it closes on the day after Labor Day. So just gonna quickly show you guys the menu. We're just gonna we're not really going to focus too much on the menu. If you want to watch more thorough of a review, then watch the part 1 video. So yeah, like I said, I'm just going to breeze through it. Looks like the menu's a little wet. Okay, no worries. But it looks like they actually have a restaurant week combo here, a lunch special with a soup, a main course, and a dessert. I think this is actually what I got when I came here just for fun a few weeks ago. So we're not going to do that. And if you want to take a closer look at the menu, then like I said, check out part 1. But we're going to get what I definitely want to try here, and what I did not do last time because of price. But in this case, go big or go home, because it's our last chance. So we're going to do the Porterhouse for a restaurant named Porterhouse. That Porterhouse, I'm going to guess, is going to be pretty good. Prime dry aged 28 days, and the New York strip was one of the best I've ever had. So the Porterhouse, basically just the same cut, but also including the filet mignon on the other side. 185 bucks. Let's do it. And then we'll do a side we didn't do last time. So last time we did a cream spinach. I think this time we'll do onion rings, since I'm a big fan of a good onion ring. So yeah, let's not dilly-dally. Let's just do it. I'll just do the Porterhouse.
The Porterhouse. How would you like it cooked?
Medium rare.
Medium rare. Any sides to go with it? Maybe it's a potato or a vegetable on the side?
How are the onion rings?
Oh, they're amazing here. It's one of the best steaks. Any appetizer for you?
I think
While
just
you wait for the steak.
I think just those two.
So just the porterhouse, medium rare, and some onion rings.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you, sir.
Thank you. I think that was the same server I had last time too, coincidentally. But yeah. I mean, they'd be in trouble if the porterhouse was not good at a restaurant named Porterhouse, right? So now we wait. Actually, guys, look, it's a full house. I mean, for context, it's a Wednesday lunch, which you would think would be off-peak, but look at this. It is a complete full house, guys. Oh my goodness. Part of it might be restaurant week, but I really do think it's people are eating here while they still can. Like one last chance.
Like a cherry plate or just?
Oh yeah, I guess I'll get the plate, yeah.
So you see a porterhouse?
Wonderful.
Okay, I'll relax. Enjoy.
Thank you so much. All right, this is our food, and does this not look incredible? I mean, take a look at the onion rings. I mean, he said they're amazing. They look amazing. Hopefully, they taste amazing. But then take a look at the steak. I mean, all right. I mean, besides the garnish they have on top, I mean that those leaves look a little dirty, but otherwise, that is a humongous steak, and it looks delicious. I mean, I think this is, porterhouses are already big. I think this is one of the biggest porterhouses I've seen. Oh my goodness. So it's expensive, but the price per dollar at least is a little bit more worth it than other steakhouses. For some reason, I thought this was gonna be one of those sizzling plate places where they like spoon the butter, the sizzling butter on top, like at Peter Luger, Wolfgang's, Benjamin's. That style really was popularized by Peter Luger. So places that do it tend to be Peter Luger spin-offs. But it's looking delicious though, nonetheless. Looks like they got a sear across the whole steak, although some blind spots here and there. But generally a solid sear, I think. Some finishing salt on top. Yeah, generous filet mignon section. Long New York strip section. So can't wait. All right, so let's just try one of the New York strip pieces. And this was amazing last time, so I'm hoping it's gonna be good in the porterhouse too. And look at that perfect cook. Oh my goodness, is that not a perfect medium rare if you've ever seen one? Looks like they got a sear on the bottom and the top as well, sear on both sides. Although a stronger sear on top, weaker on the bottom, but still, they got a sear on both sides, so that looks seriously good. Yeah, sorry, if you're new to the channel, then you don't yet know how corny I can be. All right, sorry about bad lighting at times, but let's try a bite of this wonderfully cooked looking steak. I can't wait. Look at that. Really, really good. And now let's try this part here that has the melted fat, like that melted fat band from the New York strip side. Caramelized fat bands. Really good, among the best porterhouses I've had, but I think some very minor gripes with it. Let's talk about the gripes, and then we'll talk about what I love, which is a lot. The minor gripe is just that I feel like it could just use a little bit more salt. I mean, there's finishing salt on top, but maybe I'll ask them to give me a little bit more since I feel like it's a little bit under-seasoned. It could be a little bit more salty, I feel like. So they're really relying on these specks of finishing salt more so than seasoning the meat itself in advance, I think. And another thing too is that I thought that the fat band was going to be amazing, but it's a little chewy. Like I thought it was going to melt in my mouth. The flavor is really, really good, but it's a little chewy. It's not really tender, so it did kind of require a bit of chewing and a bit of a jaw workout. But the flavor of the fat was really good. But as for what I like, there is lots. As I said, the steak is cooked really, really well. Like that's a really nailed cook. Sear on both sides, on top, hard sear on top. weaker sear, but still, existent sear on the bottom. So you got that got that texture, that crispiness, as well as the improved flavor. Gives it color and flavor and improves the flavor on the outside. Besides the fat band, the steak is pretty tender as well. I mean, take a look. I mean, look, like it is quite tender, and this isn't even the filet mignon side. This is the New York strip side, and the aged flavor is pronounced as well. It's a really well aged steak. Like, it's got that funky aged flavor that I personally like, and that you're paying top bucks for at a steakhouse like this, for that dry aging process. So, oh man, it's ironic because usually I like this part with the fat band the most, but I'm actually gonna focus more on the non-fatty part because the non-fatty part is just so much more tender. Wow. Let's not forget about the onion rings. Don't want these to cool down too much, so see if these are worth the hype that the waiter just hyped it up for me. So yeah, very short-lived 20-minute hype.
Right.
Okay, so they're not really very crispy, so that's a shame. Like, they're a little bit oily, but the flavor of the batter is really, really good. As you can see, they're a little soft, a little bit greasy at times. So yeah, they're not quite, fried to that crispiness. Maybe the fryer is not quite hot enough since it's earlier in the day. It's lunch hours, but the batter itself tastes really good. Like, it almost kind of reminds me of funnel cake almost. I don't know if that's the right analogy, but it does kind of remind me of that somehow. And nice thick pieces of onion on the inside, slightly crunchy onions, and not the best I've had, since the batter is a little bit soggy, but the flavor's good at least. And lastly, let's try a piece of the filet mignon half. Now, typically, this tends to be a little bit more cooked on these porterhouses and T-bones, since it's a smaller part of the porterhouse steak, and therefore hard to get a good cook on the New York strip side without overcooking the filet mignon side. But to be honest, that doesn't look too bad. Looks like a medium rare, maybe slightly medium, but that looks pretty good too. They nailed that, oh my goodness. And just look at how tender this filet mignon half of the porterhouse looks. I mean, I was complimenting how flexible that New York strip side was, but look at this. This is almost like look at this. This one could literally do like the worm or something. It looks like a steak accordion or something, the way those fibers are stretched out. Oh my goodness. I feel like this is just gonna cut like effortlessly. Yeah, more or less, so. All right. Oh. Oh, that was so tender, oh my goodness. That is just so tender. Oh my goodness. This is like one of the most tender pieces of steak I've ever had. One of the best filet mignon bites I've ever had. It is so, so good. Oh my goodness. And the sear they have just perfects it. And really, my main gripe is that a little bit more salt. So yeah, so the pieces that kind of have more of the finishing salt on top are really nice. But otherwise, I'm probably just going to ask for a little bit more finishing salt just to, take this over the edge. But guys, just how tender this steak is just unbelievable. Well, I thought I liked the New York strip half, but I think I like the filet mignon half even more. So I am so glad that I got to try the porterhouse steak here. Try both halves of the porterhouse while I still had time. So anyways, guys, gonna finish my meal, take the rest to go, and share final thoughts outside. All right, guys, it's with a heavy heart that I'm concluding this review. A wonderful meal, and I already liked the New York strip, and the steak frites was not bad either when I came here last time, but I thought that the porterhouse, though, fantastic, and I'm so glad I got to try that filet mignon half, because wow, that was so good. I'm glad I got to try it at least once. So yeah, it's a shame that this place is closing. I mean, I guess that's just how it is, right? I guess things in life are not always meant to last, That's just the temporal nature of life. and you should just be happy that you were able to experience things while they were temporarily around, right? So I really hope that the owners of Porterhouse maybe can reconsider. It's probably too late for them to not close. You know, I'm sure they already tied off that loose end here at this location in Columbus Circle, but maybe, who knows, maybe they can reopen someday in a different location, in a cheaper location, even not in New York, even somewhere cheaper, like in New Jersey or something like that, with a cheaper rent, cheaper real estate, you know, somewhere that's a lot cheaper than Columbus Circle. It would be a shame to have them be permanently gone. I hope that they somehow reincarnate in some form, you know? So yeah, because really, they're not just successful because they happen to be a fancy restaurant here in Columbus Circle, especially because there's tons already of those, even on that floor alone. But it really is just objectively a fantastic restaurant, and I really think that the Columbus Circle location might even hurt them. Like maybe people just assume that it's mostly a tourist location and they choose to eat at other places. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, fingers crossed that we'll see Porterhouse back in some form someday, but if not, then I count myself lucky that I got to try it, and at least hopefully this video helped to immortalize it a bit. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for this video, so thank you so much for watching. And have you guys ever had the chance to eat at Porterhouse, and what are your favorite steakhouses in New York? Let me know in the comments, because great minds eat alike. And as always, if you like my vids, like and subscribe, that way you stay up to date whenever I post another video. So, well, how do I open this thing? Okay, all right guys, so I guess that's it. So gonna go home now, and at least I have some leftovers to look forward to. Actually, I kind of want to show you something kind of interesting. Take a look. That's my porterhouse steak at the bottom, but look, my onion rings are in this like a Chinese takeout container. So, I just think that's kind of interesting. I mean, who knows? Maybe Tina's gonna open it sometime, be like, heck yeah, I'm excited for these Chinese leftovers, and see that it's a bunch of soggy onion rings and be kind of disappointed. So, I guess let's see if that happens. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you later.